It is a windy day here in Kearney, Nebraska. I am holding my hat, making sure that it doesn't go anywhere. And I want to show you, we have come to the Archway, and I'm going to actually give you some sights about outside and inside. Take a look inside. I think Mr. Rick's inside right now. If we don't blow away, he's inside purchasing some tickets for us. So hopefully they'll let us take some video inside as well.
Why do they say that? Well, now, when I get you in the crowd here, don't be pushing each other around to get on the trail. Okay, you got to get that first story right out of the trail, out of that black box. And to get that, just point your device at it, and it's going to put an orange 2 on your screen, on your device there. And all you have to do then is just put it up to your ear and listen. Now, that might be hard for you, sir, because it certainly is hard for me.
5 years trapping people. Fur trade's dried up, though. Now a lot of us mountain men make our living guiding immigrants like you headed out west. Homesteaders on the Oregon Trail, 49ers on the Gold Rush Trail in California, Mormons headed to Salt Lake City. All those trails meet up here at Fort Kearney. The U.S. Army built this fort back in 1848 to protect this road and as a supply post. Every one of you immigrants stops here to pick up provisions today.
The leader of the Mormon Church led a migration to Utah, where his people could be free of persecution. Then the California Trail heated up when the gold rush of 1849 brought a flood of 49ers west, all hoping to strike it rich.
California, including this lady named Ms. Bronca, who doesn't care much for the plains.
I would rather live in a tent in California than have the best house in Illinois. I could not stay in the inhospitable climate.
A lot of the immigrants are Mormons bound for Utah.
This Oregon-bound woman is pushing her prairie schooner wagon while her husband coaxes their ox to pull it.
Get up, baby. Get on up.
That man told me the ox would pull the wagon to Oregon. 2 weeks later, I'm pushing it uphill.
Margaret Frink and many other women covered thousands of miles of trail, mostly on foot. There's not much rest crossing the plains. There is no end of necessary work. Tending the livestock, fixing the wagons. One should always stay on the main trail. Past the covered wagon in the distance, you see Chimney Rock, a tall, slender geologic formation that was a landmark on the Oregon, California, and Mormon trails. You could see Chimney Rock 40 miles away. It's composed of layers of volcanic ash and brule clay more than 23 million years old that were carved by erosion of the bluffs along the edge of the North Platte River Valley.
Sandstone cliff. Hundreds of immigrants have left their markers on the stone as they pass this way. We call it Register Cliff. It's an important landmark on all 3 trails. Ahead of us, you'll see 3 groups of people. On your left, 3 fellers are sitting around a campfire, trading tall tales about the gold fields. We call those boys 49ers. As the first up in the California Trail in 1849. Here the gold rush started.
Later, you can speed over the plains in a comfortable train coach. The Atlantic has never felt closer to the Pacific. Look around, and you'll see some of the milestones over these past few years. From the Pony Express to the Concord stage, Americans learned how to travel and communicate in the blink of an eye. One thing's for sure, we modern folks want everything quicker and easier than our parents had.
The Union Army enlisted 200 Army Scouts and Guards. The officer on your left, Major Frank North, wrote the following in July 1857.
Telegraph train derailed near Plum Creek by a Cheyenne raiding party. After killing most of the crew and burning much of the train, the raiders gone.
The Cheyenne returned 2 days later. Pawnee Scout Keewulfun Lashar, the Fox Chief, continues the story. Before the coming of the Transcontinental Railroad, the only alternative to walking across the prairie was riding a stagecoach. Author Mark Twain roughed it across the country by stage and had this to report.
Our coach was a great swinging and swaying affair, an imposing cradle on wheels. First, we would all be down in a pile at the forward end of the stage, nearly in a sitting posture, and in a second, we would shoot to the other end and stand on our heads. We crossed the desert, 40 miles of bottomless sand, into which the coach wheels sank. We worked our passage most of the way. That is to say, we got out and walked.
Their brothers on the Pacific.
A wall-size photo mural shows the legendary Golden Spike ceremony that marked the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad. To hear more, tap the audio icon on this.
This looks so near like Andes or Highway 55. We're at the top of the Archway, and the Archway actually is across Interstate 80. We are back outside of the museum. We are getting ready to go back to the motorhome and put some little warmer clothes on because it is quite chilly today. Okay, we just showed you the prairie grass and we're getting ready to leave the Great Platte River Archway that actually arches over Interstate 80. Is that right?
That is correct.
Whew, We finally remembered. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you the big buffalo as we're leaving the parking lot here. So have a blessed day. Stay safe. God bless.